Larry Bird and Magic Johnson are revered by NBA players for practically saving the league and for helping they get the big bucks that they're earning now. As a younger generation of hoopers look back to the 80 seconds, they inevitably also pick who they think was the better player between the two rival. Injured Golden State Warriors forward Andre Iguodala, on an episode of The Point Forward, called Larry Legend the best white basketball player ever. He would also pick the Boston Celtics legend over the Lakers icon if he were to choose one of them. Here's how Iggy described Larry Bird's greatness. Larry didn't have no flaws, and I'm gonna go out there on a limb ... and this is the first time I've ever said this in an open setting. I'll take Larry Bird over Magic Johnson. He can play in any era. Iguodala continued. And when I tell people like this guy is one of the best ever, I mean his game translates everywhere. Any era, any brand of basketball, NBA, FIBA, ABA, EuroLeague, and anywhere in the world, his game is gonna translate and he's gonna do the exact thing he did in the NBA. Iguodala's words were also direct shots at current NBA players and some basketball fans who argue that Bird's game wouldn't have the same impact today. Most of the comments belittling the three-time MVP had to do with Larry Legend's lack of athleticism and being slow-footed. Michael Jordan himself noted that Larry Bird played at a disadvantage every night due to his average athleticism. But the hick from French Lick was consistently and nearly unstoppable against physically gifted players. Bird was so good he would even give some of his defenders, even more, an edge in one-on-one battles. Andre Iguodala perfectly captured this bit. The man would tell you where he was going. I'm going here and then I'm stopping right there. That little logo right there. I'm stopping right there and I'm gonna pull up. And he would do exactly that. When you see a player like Luka, when you see a player like Dirk, they're great players, but they're not Larry Bird. Michael Jordan says Larry Bird's work ethic was way above the game. Michael Jordan entered the NBA at the height of the Magic Johnson and Larry Bird rivalry. As the Chicago Bulls were in the East Conference, his airness was pitted against Larry Legend numerous times in the regular season and the playoffs. The Celtics' superior roster and experience allowed Bird to have a distinct edge over Jordan in head-to-head battles. However, Bird wasn't just relying on his team to carry him. It was the other way around, as the Celtics franchise player made the Green Machine one of the best teams ever in NBA history. Just how good was the hick from French Lick in his prime? Jackie McMullen, in the Ringers Icons Club, pulled up a classic of what Michael Jordan thought of his rival. I get so many questions about Larry Bird. The thing is, was he really that good? I say, yeah, he was really that good. White, black, green, or yellow, he was really that good. When you see a player like Luka, when you see a player like Dirk, they're great players, but they're not Larry Bird, by no means. He added, you have to have a great appreciation to play against a guy who athletically, every single night, is at a disadvantage. But yet mentally and in the way his work ethic was, he was way above the game. He was way above everybody else. Coming from Michael Jordan himself, that was the ultimate praise any player could get, considered by many to be the best to play the game. MJ had a front row ticket to the legendary exploits of the man who was truly the great white hope for the Boston Celtics. Bird was the Rookie of the Year in 1980, trouncing his eternal rival Magic Johnson in the voting. The following year, he would lead the Boston Celtics to the first of 3 championships of his career. Even more mind-boggling was Larry Bird's performance from 1980 to 1989. He was already a dark horse for the MVP in his rookie season and never dropped below 4th place in the annual Best Player award. Larry Legend was a lock in the top 2 in the MVP voting for 6 straight seasons. Michael Jordan saw firsthand what the athletically limited Bird could do when the latter was at his peak. It left an indelible impression on his airness that he admitted to learning his nasty trash talk from the master himself. Larry Bird is the greatest trash talker and mind game player of all time. He taught me everything I know about getting in folks' heads. Bird was a player unlike many had ever seen. At 6'9", his passing and court vision were remarkable. He also became one of the first elite three-point shooters in league history. But one player had a similar game to Bird, even though fans never got to see him in the NBA. Oscar Schmidt is one of the greatest international players of all time. The Brazilian Larry Bird, as he's termed in his Basketball Hall of Fame bio, is the Olympic scoring leader with over 1,000 total points. One of the Olympics Schmidt starred in was in 1992 in Barcelona. It was there when he and his countrymen fell to Bird and the United States Dream Team. In 2013, Bird had the honor of welcoming Schmidt into the Hall of Fame, standing on stage for the entirety of his enshrinement speech. Before saying anything about his own career, Schmidt paid an incredible amount of respect to the legend. Larry Legend, that is. It's too easy to have Michael Jordan Kobe Bryant as an idol, Schmidt said to open his speech. The guy flies around and does whatever he wants. It's too easy. My guy doesn't run, doesn't jump, and plays the best out of everybody else. He is here. After pointing to Bird and receiving applause from the crowd, Schmidt added, "This is my idol. The best player ever, in my opinion." Larry competed against some of the NBA's best players and teams, and defeated them. He battled against Isaiah Thomas' Detroit Pistons and Julius Erving's Philadelphia 76ers regularly in the East, while also facing Magic's Lakers and Hakeem Olajuwon's Houston Rockets in the finals. Facing that level of competition and routinely coming out ahead is a testament to not just the Celtics as a whole, but Bird specifically. You can also look at Bird's career and make a case that nagging back issues prevented his numbers from being in the all-time ranks, playing in just under 900 regular season games. Larry's 21,791 points ranked 36th in NBA history, but his career average of 24.3 points is 18th, meaning a fully healthy Bird could have seen his total climb even higher.